Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night, all day.
What's up, man? Pleasure to meet you. What's happening?
Pleasure to be here, Joe. Thanks for having me.
Listen, my honor. I love your music. I got introduced to you by Duncan. We were in the green room of the mothership, and Duncan goes, "You got to hear this." And he puts on Family Ties. And I went, "Damn, that's a good fucking song." And then we played Q Country Roads, and then we just got on a roll. And then, like, the whole night we played your music.
Hell yeah, dude.
It was fucking awesome.
He was telling me that, you know, he showed my music to you. He said normally you don't like his recommendations, but he said...
Well, he'll go a little emo on you.
But he said that you dug that, and I was like, holy shit, man, isn't that something? Duncan was really cool. I was at Apple Studios in Nashville doing like this live session thing with them when he messaged me on Twitter and asked me to be on his podcast. And like that made my freaking week. Like, I was like, holy shit, Duncan Trussell likes my music?
That's
Fuck yeah.
so cool.
And then we were doing his podcast, and then afterwards he's like, yeah, man, I showed your music to Joe and he really liked it too. I was like, fuck yeah. So yeah, shout out to Duncan. I appreciate him doing that, man.
No, Duncan's the man. He is one of the most unusual people that I've ever met in my life. There's not another one like him.
Yeah, he's cracking me up.
Yeah, he's a one of one.
Yeah.
That's a one of one. When he moved here, I was so happy because he went to Asheville because, you know, he grew up in Asheville, and he moved there, and it was just, you know, during the pandemic, it got bleak there. You know, the jobs were all dried up. Everything was fucked. Everything closed down. And he said crime was crazy. It's like Asheville is like per capita in the top 10 of crime in the country.
Oh, holy shit.
So, I mean, I might have made that up.
No, shit. I
Let's
mean,
see if that's a fact. 'Cause I'm pretty sure Duncan told me that. But he's like, dude, there's so much fucking crime. It's everywhere. Everyone's on meth.
your Duncan impersonation is way better than mine. But we recorded the album there.
Oh, no
We were
shit.
there for 2 weeks last January, and it's like sleepy this time of year. I guess their tourism is at its lowest in January, and dude, I loved it.
It's gorgeous.
I love the town, and you know, I don't know, it had some homeless and stuff like that, but damn, I didn't know that.
I went there back in I think I did a gig there in 2015 or 16, somewhere around then. I was like, God damn, what a great town. Just a perfect size, not too big, you know, cool, artsy,
Yeah.
beautiful scenery. You know, it's like the mountains.
Yeah, I dig it. We were at we played the Orange Peel, I don't know, like 4 or 5 weeks ago, and it felt like a hometown show. Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's the stronghold there in the mountains.
Duncan grew up there, and he said when he was growing up there, there were so many cows that had magic mushrooms in their shit that the farmers started putting some sort of antifungal thing in the cow's food so that it would repel the fungus from the cow shit. I was like, how satanic.
People were going out in their meadows trying to harvest those bad
You
boys.
said it was everywhere. What is this?
It was up in around April, so about a year ago. But
What does this have to do with Epstein?
that's just the picture that's on the.
Oh, I was like, what are you saying? Tourist town Asheville, rocked by violence in the wake of defund police movement, rolls out plan to combat crime spike. Yeah, so there was a big-ass crime spike.
Damn.
Yeah, he said it was crazy.
Yeah.
He said, but that's the saddest fucking shit about, like, small rural communities is when everything dries up, there's nothing. There's nothing there. There's no other jobs. There's no other place to go. If you have a small population of humans and they all live together, if the industry dries up, if businesses shut down, if things go under, like, everyone's fucked. Like, people are so reliant.
Yeah, that's happening in my hometown right now.
What's your hometown?
Morgantown, West Virginia, and it's, you know, it has its ups and downs, and right now it's definitely in a bit of a down. We had a big pharmaceutical company that was based out of West Virginia, called Mylan, and the founder passed away a little over a decade ago. So then when that happens, you know, it goes into folks that didn't build it themselves, and they ended up selling to an Israeli company, and once that happened, they shut down those headquarters in Morgantown, where it had always been. I think that was 1,200 jobs in a town of 26,000 people in the city limits. So you imagine how many people that affects in the big circle. Then COVID, which that happened during COVID. So then you also had COVID. So, you know, our main street, it's called High Street, is it's like 1/3 closed down, and it used to be all open.
Fuck.
You know.
Did you ever see Roger and Me, the documentary?
Mm-mm.
It's a Michael Moore documentary. It's the first one that he did. It's his best one, I think, and it's about Flint, Michigan, and it's about what happened when the car manufacturers all moved out of the country. And it's the saddest fucking documentary, man. It's just, they just up and pulled the factories just so that they could make more money, having people work for cheaper.